Me here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing live mini readings. I'm so excited to be here with you guys for another mini reading session. So, today you're actually able to purchase mini readings from me. I do still, at the time that I'm, recording this right now, I have a couple spots left. And I'm so excited to get into this for you guys. If you need anything or you want to know what number you are in line, I have my partner here who will be typing in the comments to let you guys know, what number in line you are. But yeah, I also am excited because I have a couple new decks I'm going to be working with today. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Natalie. Thank you so much, Natalie, one of my subscribers who sent me a couple of new decks, ones that I'd had my eyes on for a while. Isn't this just beautiful, you guys? Look at these gorgeous cards. I'm so excited to get into this. So somebody asked in the comments, is this free? No, today we're not doing free sessions. The readings are $15 for a mini reading. So you guys can, if you want to purchase, go ahead. Hi, Divine. What do cows drink? Hey from Toronto. Hello. Hi, Donsful. Hi, Shriti. Hi, Eric. Hi, Miss Selene. So great to see you guys here today. Hope you all are doing well. Making it through this Mercury retrograde. It's Venus retrograde right now as well for a couple more days. And now we're in Mercury retrograde and we just had a Cancer full moon. So the energies are like a little bit intense. But you know what? Now it's Aquarius season. I myself am feeling like this calm energy. I think it's because it's Aquarius season. My birthday's in a couple days. So it is my season. I'm not going to let Mercury retrograde get me down. Hi, Neha. So great to see you guys. So yeah, if you guys need anything, thank you, Chelsea. If you guys need anything, my partner is here, going to be typing in the comments. If you want to know what number in line you are, if you want to sign up for a reading, I still have a couple more spots left. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. The first person is Kat. Now, Kat, you are in school for nursing and it's just been really challenging and you're just wanting to know, am I on the right path with going to nursing school? Is this worth it? So yeah, let's go ahead and pull you some cards, okay? So Kat, what do you need to know about nursing school? Are you on the right path? Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. So I'm definitely going to pull you some more cards, but the first couple cards that came out are so gentle and sweet. And if you know the Wildwood deck or you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that this deck is a little harsher. It's a little bit more intense. It's very realistic. It's going to tell you the truth, and the fact that we got these three really sweet, uplifting cards is just so nice. So the first card is the Ecstasy card, which symbolizes just obviously being on the right path. So yes, you're already getting the answer to your question. You are on the right path. But furthermore, this card symbolizes somebody who's really excited for their life, really on point, really enjoying themselves, really just embracing their passions. And so this is telling me that you do have a passion for healing, okay? And then this is the career opportunity card. I think it's so fascinating. We literally got the career opportunity card next to the happiness card. So I'm already visualizing and kind of seeing that the wonderful thing about this path is that it is going to bring a lot of freedom into your life. First of all, financial freedom. I think that one of the main reasons that you chose this path was because you wanted to be smart and you wanted to do something that was going to really give you that financial freedom and provide a certain lifestyle for yourself. Also, the schedule will be really nice. Obviously, working those 12-hour shifts is going to be really difficult, and I'm not exactly sure what kind of schedule you're going to have, but I know that a lot of nurses will work 4 days and then they'll have 3 days off. And that's going to be so nice. You know, you are going to adjust to that schedule. I do see you getting a job like that. Having a couple days to yourself will be so great so that you can actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. Also, of course, this career is very in demand. So you're going to be able to move anywhere that you want. You're going to be able to go anywhere that you want. You might even have opportunities to go abroad. So that's what's going to be really nice is if you want to live by the beach, you can live by the beach. If you want to be in the mountains, you can be in the mountains. If you want to, if you can literally go anywhere, and you're also going to have a very beautiful home. So the work itself obviously is going to be very grueling, very intense, but I feel like you like the challenge. I feel like you, from a young age, have always seen yourself doing something like this. And for you, you're like, this is just my ticket out. And I feel like you do have the ability to do this. You have to remember that a lot of times when, the first couple weeks of your schooling is going to be very intense. The teachers are always going to lay so much work on you. They're going to try to get people to drop the classes, to drop the program. They're going to haze you. So I don't know if it's the beginning of a new semester. Most likely it is. And you're probably just feeling like the heat is on. But you just give it like another month, another 6 weeks, and you're going to notice that the workload is actually getting easier and like it's a little bit simpler. And you've developed some study habits and things are moving forward. So just always know the beginning of every semester is going to be crazy. And of course, you're trying to adjust and get your thinking cap back on, but it's also these teachers are trying to weed people out. They're trying to intimidate you. It's so annoying, so frustrating, but eventually things just kind of ease out. And, the teachers don't like having that much work to grade and they don't like having that much to do either. So seriously, it's going to even out. You're probably just feeling the stress because it's the first couple of weeks of the semester. Can we get you any more messages about this path that you're on? Ooh, look at this. Seeds well planted. A temporary pause in action. Unnecessary worry. That's so funny because I did get that sense that there will be a pause in the action, that things are going to get a little bit easier with your school. Things are going to ease up. Really, the teachers are just trying to weed people out. And this is a sign that the fruits of your labors will grow. Like they're saying, it's really good that you're planting these seeds. It's important for you to have patience. You might feel like you just have so far to go, but don't forget how far you've already come on this path. The anxiety that you have is really just that fear that you're not going to measure up, you're not going to make the cut. But so many people have walked this path before you. You can certainly do it. You have these amazing abilities. You're definitely very intelligent. I see that you've always done pretty well in school, and you don't have to be top of your class in order to make this happen and to get the job. This is really just, you got to jump through these hoops. You got to dot all your I's, cross all your T's, and just kind of do what they say to get where you want to go. It might be good for you, honestly, to make yourself a really beautiful vision board. I would suggest, honestly, for this year, maybe to get yourself like a new desk for your room and create a workspace. Move your furniture around and create yourself a really cute workspace. Get yourself a really comfortable chair, get a cute desk, get yourself little things to put on your desk, little trinkets. Yellow citrine crystal would be really good for you to study with. Just have it right near you. It's going to help make you creative. It's going to open you up. And I would also suggest to create a physical vision board and maybe print out pictures, cut things up, and have a vision board of what exactly you want from this job. If you picture yourself purchasing a home, living in a certain place, having a certain lifestyle, as a result of this job, then put that all on your vision board. That way, while you're sitting there and you're working, you feel really cute and aesthetic, and you're looking up at this vision board and you know what you're working for, because I think you need those physical things and those reminders to help you. And also, having that nice space in your room just created for you to work in is really going to help. Like, seriously, you need to make your home a sanctuary. You need to clean things out. It needs to be very minimal, really comfortable bed. Don't hang any mirrors in your room. And if there are mirrors in your room, cover them. That's going to help you get better sleep. And you're going to be able to just really enjoy this process of being the student. Obviously, having this vision of the long-term goal is going to be great for you, but you also want to make sure that every day, like, you're enjoying the process of being in school. So I would honestly suggest, to maybe find a really cute aesthetic coffee shop that you go and study at. Make sure that you have your morning routine on point. Get yourself some little Tupperware so that you can meal plan healthy meals, and really, really enjoy this yourself and enjoy this process of being in school. It's really the little things at this point. So let's see if there's anything else I can pull you, anything else that you need to know about this path of being a nurse, being in nursing school. Yeah, it's funny that we got the healthy card, because I feel like this has to do with the health industry, and they are saying that you feel uncertain. And here's the thing, I'll be honest, I don't know if I see you being a nurse forever, but I do see it being very worthwhile, and that it helps you meet the people that you need to meet. It's the next part of your path. It's definitely going to provide that stability and that security for you. And I do feel like your abilities as a healer will expand, your knowledge will expand. There's going to be new opportunities that open to you, inspiration that comes through this path. So your guides are saying, don't feel like this is just the death sentence and this is just what you're going to have to do with your life forever. It's definitely going to be worth it. It's not like you're only going to be a nurse for 2 years. I do see like many years, but you will expand on this path. And yeah, they do see that you're a little bit confused, because there is a side of you that wants to be creative, that wants to be free, that wants to break the chains of the rat race and like the system. And I do see eventually like a business that started, or something kind of like that. I even see something about you doing some writing in the future. So I just feel like this is the path, though. I definitely see that there's going to be happiness that comes out of this, and it's also going to lead you to the next opportunity. So if there's a part of you that feels like something's missing or something's a little bit off, it might be because this isn't where your story ends. And so, yeah, they just want you to recognize that you have infinite opportunities. There are infinite possibilities in this life, but you have to go with the next piece of the puzzle. Like, you just have to follow the next path. It might not make sense how it's going to lead you where you're supposed to go, but if your heart and soul is telling you right now, go to nursing school, this is right, like this feels good to me, then do that. And don't think that's just going to be what your life is forever. And they do I do see that secretly, you have some other desires, you have some other things that you want to pursue. And it kind of makes sense to me that nursing would be great, because you have a couple days off a week. You're going to have time outside of work. You're going to have a life. And I think that's what's going to be important, is you need to plant those seeds now. You need to balance your school and your life just a little bit. I know school is going to take up so much, but you need to make sure that you're also giving yourself time for fun, that you're giving yourself time to be a little bit creative or to explore at this time in your life. So let's see, anything else nearby? Okay, yeah, they're saying, very soon you're going to start feeling like, okay, this is more authentic to me. So just try to live a life that's authentic to you right now, so you can get in that habit, to help that move forward towards the future. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to move on to the next person. And welcome to anybody who's here in the chat. Welcome to my live sessions. I'm doing live mini readings, $15. And oh, thank you for all of you guys who are saying happy birthday. My birthday is on Wednesday, January 26th. Yay! Aquarius season. I'm excited. Aw. What do cows drink says, shout out to the nurses. Oh my gosh, yes. Shout out to the nurses. You're so very much needed at this time on the planet. So if you'd like to sign up for the readings, you can just comment below. We do have some spots open. I think I keep saying we a lot because I feel my angels and my guides around me so much now as I'm doing these readings. Okay, so who is next? Bunny is next. Mm. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Bunny, you injured your back in November 2020, and ever since then, it just hasn't been the same. Your doctors are like helping you and saying you're going to recover, but it's been hard because like you feel like you haven't been able to walk the same, and you're just wondering what's going on here. Is there anything that you can do? Now, look, I have to say as a disclaimer that I am not a medical professional. However, I do have a background in I used to work in a pool with people who were really injured. I did like, I taught like water aerobics classes, and I worked with people who had like limited mobility. I saw people with all different types of injuries. I used to work in a gym. I used to be certified personal training and stuff like that. So I have a little bit of background with that, but I have to say I'm not a licensed healthcare professional. And if there's any advice that comes out here today, make sure that you talk to your doctor, of course. But I will be just looking into this, seeing what the cards can say. Obviously, looking at this from more of a spiritual, emotional perspective, because I do believe many injuries have a spiritual or emotional root. For instance, I injured my thumb, and then I kind of did some research, looked up online, and read some books about, what is the thumb connected to. And I was like, oh my God, like that actually makes a lot of sense why I injured my thumb and like what, emotionally it relates to. There's this book called You Can Heal Your Life, and it's incredible. It like literally lists out every injury you could possibly get, every part of the body, and what that relates to emotionally. So, I also watched this French movie called My King or Mon Roy. Oh my God, that movie was so dramatic. But it starts with this woman who has injured her knee, and she's sitting down and she's talking to her doctor, and her doctor's like, look, like this is what the knee has to do with emotionally. Here's the emotional root. And, have you gone through anything lately? What happened? And then the whole movie is like a flashback to like what she went through, and it kind of keeps flashing back between her healing her knee and then also like what led up to the injury. And so you're just gonna find it's very synchronistic. It's kind of hard to hear though, because sometimes when you hear that, you're like, oh, are you telling me that I brought this injury on myself? Not necessarily. It's not like it's your fault. I don't want you to take on any guilt and shame and feel like, oh my God, I cursed myself, it's all my fault, like go down a negative spiral, because sometimes shit just happens. But I do think while you're here, you're injured, you're going through this, you might as well just, look at this from all angles. So something else that I have done when I've been injured before is, like for me, for instance, I've dealt with a lot of issues with my hip. And so I'll be doing like gentle yoga stretches for my hip. I'll take deep breaths, and then I will kind of talk to my hip and ask it, do you have anything you want me to know? Do you, what do you want to say to me? And I'll just breathe and meditate with it, with the pain. And sometimes, visions from my past will come up. We store trauma in our muscles and in our cells. And, I'll just breathe and try to just let it flow through me, release it. I would honestly suggest, if you haven't done this yet, to just lay down while you're in the pain and take some deep breaths, clear your energy a little bit, and then just kind of feel the pain for a minute. Don't try to push it away. Don't try to control it. Don't try to do anything with it. Just sit there and feel it and be in it until it almost consumes you, and then ask the pain, what do you want me to know? Why are you here? You know, what is your message for me? Because while you're going through this can, you know, the pain, the back injury, it can be your guide, it can be your healer, it can be your teacher. And sometimes these injuries, they really force us to slow down. They force us to be in our body. They force us to, you know, it's that thorn in our side, you know, that we can't get rid of. And sometimes we're just rushing around, we're doing all this crazy stuff. And the pain sometimes is something that brings us back into the present. So instead of trying to force this pain away and control it, you know, I would suggest to try going towards it, making friends with it, like telling it, okay, if you need to be here, you know, don't stay forever. But if you need to be here, you know, welcome, teach me, I'm your student. What do you need to show me? You know, every day talk to the pain. And, you know, this is a very alternative, strange kind of method. But sometimes when I've been in horrible pain and I'm just like, fuck, there's nothing else I can do, you know, you'd be surprised. There have been times I've meditated with my pain and it told me, I need you to do this, or I don't want to do HIIT workouts anymore, or I want, you know, it'll tell me things and I'm like, okay. I don't know if that voice I heard came from inside of me or if it's just like a weird intuition or I made it up, but I'm going to try to heed what it said. And ironically, sometimes it ends up kind of working out. So that's the one thing I would suggest that you do just off the top of my head. But let's pull you some cards, okay? So this could be a link to the pain, the back pain. Fears surrounding money, uncertain self-employment. So yeah, we do see the Five of Earth. It could be that your back pain is making you worry, like, how am I going to afford all this? Will I be able to work again? Will I be able to, you know, work in the future? It is kind of worrisome. It could even be that just the stress of life in general kind of brought you to this place. Your guides are telling you that, right, you're too focused on what you don't have. A mentality of lack is creating a lack reality in your life through the law of attraction. There is help close by, but it might be hard to recognize that. It's time for you to reassess your thoughts, the words that you use, and your beliefs about money. It's time to, you know, to really work on that. Things are going to improve. This is actually a positive card. It's telling you that the unpleasant feelings that you have are just temporary. But in the meantime, of course, you need to care for your physical and emotional health. And I do feel like physically you're doing everything you can do, and your doctors are really like working with you. And I think, you know, something else that you can work on is affirmations. You know, I think that you've spent some time in this pain, and it can bring up the negative thoughts and the energies, and I think all of that is just stuff that wants to purge and release. So allow that process. But I would like to send you over to Jason Stevenson's YouTube channel. Jason Stevenson, Stephenson. His channel is incredible. He has a lot of really beautiful healing meditations. I would highly suggest that you do. He has meditations for pain. I believe he even has a meditation for back pain. And I also would suggest affirmations, specifically affirmations about money, abundance, because it could also be that that stress and, you know, working yourself too hard might have been what caused this. And so I don't think affirmations and meditations are going to 100% heal your back. I think it's going to be a combination of working with your doctors, of course, doing the physical things you need to do, rest, you know, any thing that your doctors have recommended. But I think if you do work on the, you know, like we talked about, talking to the pain, and also maybe this root here with with the money situation, that kind of stuff will help. And this right here is making me think this could be a root chakra issue. It does seem to me like this has a lot to do with your feelings of stability and security in this life. So don't worry, because in your future, this is saying news of an exciting endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. I think through this time, you're going to probably hit a rock bottom with this. Sometimes these injuries and stuff, like just we finally feel like we're fed up and we're just done and we hit this rock bottom. From there, we have nothing left to lose. We're just completely leveled out. We're in full surrender mode. And when we're in that surrender, that's when the ideas come in or the inspirations come in, or we finally had that aha moment and we're like, you know what? If I have nothing left to lose, then maybe I'll just do this with my life. So your guides are saying through this, something incredible is going to happen. You are going to get a download. You are going to get out of this. As far as the timeline, it's kind of hard to say because your decisions, your mindset, the actions you take, all of that has a lot to do with this timeline. But they are saying 4 months from now, there will be a little bit of improvement. By August, you're going to be feeling much better. So just be present with this pain. Give it some time. I'm sending you so much love and light with this reading. Love and light for your healing journey. And I will see you next time. All right, so we're going to move on to the next person. Who?
Sam.
Okay, Sam is next. All right, Sam, you're wondering if life will improve. Let's see what's coming in for you, okay? Okay, so here's what I'm seeing for you. Yes, life is definitely going to improve. The only thing that is for sure in this life is that if you wait long enough, something will change. But wouldn't it be better if you could be the change? Wouldn't it be better if you could be the one that could decide the way in which your life improves instead of just waiting around for it to happen? So your guides are definitely, like, what you're going through right now, it was meant to be. Even though it's kind of hard to hear, you're getting the strength card. I think it's so sweet. That's the first card that we pulled. So whoever it is up on the other side is definitely looking down on you and seeing your situation and just giving you this beautiful energy of strength and just reminding you how strong you are, that you do have these abilities to flow through whatever life is handing you. And, this is a world of contrast. It's up and down. We've got hot and cold, dark and light, good and evil. That's something I constantly remind people of on this channel because we did not come here to just have a perfect life. We can have beautiful times in this life. We can experience amazing things, but this is the school of life, and like this planet's a little bit crazy, and like sometimes if you could just make peace with that, you feel a lot better, because I think when we're expecting ourselves to constantly be happy and we're expecting everything to always go right, then we're going to set ourselves up for disappointment. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to just accept everything that's happening and be like, well, that's life, but it will help you to be able to have that perception that, like, look, this shit's gonna go down, but you are the one who is in control of your perception, how you react to it, and what you decide to do from here. So I think it's wonderful that you're at this point where you're just being really real with yourself. You're not abandoning yourself in the process. And you're kind of at this point where you're like, I'm not really that happy. I don't really like what's going on. So, your guides are saying you're strong. You're strong. Maybe right now you just need to kind of be in this energy and kind of feel it, because to be honest, one of the main things that creates change is suffering. And sometimes we get sent these obstacles and these challenges to kind of funnel us in the right direction. So I do see that you're entering into a period of life where you are going to have to take decided action, and you are going to have to work to kind of build what you want next. I think the hard thing right now is that life is not doesn't feel very easy for you, and there's no one who's giving you a manual. There's no one who's telling you what to do or where to go. And the hard thing is for many of us, when we're young and when we're little, we're put into this education system, and we're constantly being told what to do, when to eat, when we can go to the bathroom. The system just kind of moves us and marches us along like robots. And then, if you choose to go to college or to go into the corporate world or whatever, it's very similar. But if you don't choose that, or you feel like your heart is leading you in another direction, it can feel really isolating, and dealing with all of a sudden having so much freedom, when you come out into the world, when you kind of get out of that system, can be overwhelming. So your guides are just reminding you that you are strong, that you have the ability to create the life that you want. And it's not about like, having the house and the car and the money. None of that stuff will make you happy. I think, it's more about figuring out what makes you tick, what your talents are, what your gifts are, what's fun for you, and then finding a way to bring that energy into your life. And that path will lead you forward. It will connect you with an amazing group of people, with friends, with opportunities, of course, with wealth and abundance. And so I feel like your guides are telling you that right now, you might have to walk away from a situation that's draining you, that's causing you pain. This could be a living situation. If you're still living with family, it might be, okay, you need to work hard, save up some money, and get out on your own. If you're in a work situation that's just really toxic or exhausting, you might once again have to work really hard, set an intention of where you want to go. So this is you making your own manual for life. This is you having that foundation of like, this is what I want, and I'm going to use the tools I have available for me to get where I want to go. You might have to be real that you're going to have to start where you're at, that you might have to work kind of a shitty job to get there. Maybe you made some decisions that weren't in alignment. I talk to people all the time in life coaching who've been to college for something and they realize that that's not what I want to do at all anymore. And now I have to pay off these student loans, but really I want to do this other thing. If that's your situation, it's okay. Don't worry about disappointing people, your family, this or that, because the truth is, this is your life and only you are going to have to live with your choices. So this is the Queen of Swords, this is what's being suggested, that you actually take a really rational approach to this. This is actually a lot simpler than you think. You just need to figure out, what do I want? Set a very clear intention, which means maybe make a vision board or just write it down on a piece of paper. And then from there, you can take stock. What tools, what materials, what supplies do I need to make this happen? Do you need to save up money so you can move? Do you need to apply for a new job? Do you need to develop skills or educate yourself so that you can get into a new position? Do you maybe need more time to try things, to taste life, to have fun because you have no idea what you want? It might mean that you need to set your life up so that you can go out and meet people, so that you can maybe take different classes, try new things, travel, experience life, go somewhere new, kind of engage your senses, and so your guides are saying that yes, you need to make some serious decisions here. But ultimately, I see the High Priestess card covering you. This is a sign that you might be somebody who's here to be more artistic, to use your intuition. Maybe that's why you're so drawn to the tarot and stuff like this. Maybe you're someone who feels like you've kind of grown up on the fringes of society. You haven't really fit in. So maybe that's why you're not feeling like life is going well for you and you want things to change, because you're just trying to fit in like everybody else. And you need to just block all that out, what everyone else is doing, and know that there are so many different paths and so many infinite possibilities in this life of how you can live and what you can do and what you can be. Ignore all of that that noise, because society tries to carve it out that you can only do this or this, and that's just depressing. I've met people in my travels and in my life, so people who live so many different types of lives from so many different backgrounds. Really, this is a world of infinite possibilities, but you are the one who has to be smart and has to carve out an intention. So many people just wander around in circles like a hamster on a wheel because they forget to stop and set a clear intention. And the more that you refine that vision and you have that intention, that's the most important thing. The clearer that I've gotten on what it is I want in my life, that's how it manifests. You need to be very clear about what you want. And it's okay if you're not clear right now. You just need to know, okay, my intention is to get clear on what I want. My intention is to explore and to taste life and to travel and to try things so that I will know what it is I want, So you just need to figure it out, or else the man is going to control your life. So your guides are saying, embrace your feelings. What you're feeling right now, even though it's hard, is good, because it's helping wake you up to the fact that you need to take control of your life and things need to change. I'm also seeing music devotion. Okay, I can interpret this two ways. Perhaps this is going to be a very synchronistic message because you are someone who's musical and you want to do music for your life, or you're a singer or a songwriter or something like that. Your guides could be telling you, hey, don't give up on this. Stay devoted to this. Go play an open mic night, or maybe take some classes online for free, and learn how to use Ableton, or how to, record your music. They're telling you don't give up on that. But if you're like, oh my God, I'm not musical, I don't want to do that, then this could be telling you maybe you can use music right now to embrace your feelings through music, to make yourself a playlist that's going to help you go through these emotions. I mean, music can be so healing and help you feel like you're not alone. They want you to stay devoted to your path. I'm also seeing trust your instincts. Your subconscious, your higher self knows exactly where you need to go in this life, and you're never going to be led astray. You will end up where you need to go. Let's just say somehow I ended up with tarot deck in my hand at one point in my life, and if you would have told me years ago that I was going to be doing this, I would have been like, what the hell? Sometimes I still feel like that, but it makes me happy and I love it. It's brought a lot of joy in my life. I know you're going to connect with something like that. You're going to connect with some things that just feel like, oh my God, this is just what makes me so excited to get up every day. It's so fun, and before you know it, you'll have people around you, money coming your way, and so many opportunities. So, your path is never going to miss you, but you do need to be smart, okay? You do need to make some choices. You can't just sit around and wait for things to change. So I guess in answer to your question, yes, things are going to get better, but you need to be the one who figures out how that's going to happen and what it is you want to have happen. The universe is just waiting for you to set an intention, pretty much. So you can do whatever you want. I hope that this resonates with you. I hope that this message helped anyone else who's watching. Thank you so much. All right, so anybody who's just popped in, just know I'm doing live mini readings, and yeah, you are free to purchase a reading if you want. They're $15. I'm so excited to chat with you guys today. My partner is here in the comments to let you know if what number in line you are, to answer any of your questions. So we're going to move on to the next person. Okay, so Chinky is next. So Chinky is next. Okay, so here's the deal. You work from home, but there's this guy from work that you just want to know, how does he feel about you? Maybe you guys have seen each other in meetings, or it's been a while since you've seen each other in person, but you're just wondering what's going on in this connection. Is there something here? Because you definitely feel an energy around this person. So let's see, how do they feel about you, okay? What's going on here? How do they feel about you? Okay, so there's definitely a little something going on here. I don't think that You're making this up out of nowhere. I don't think this is all in your head. There's definitely some flirting and some playfulness that is going on here between you and this guy at work. So, yeah, there's definitely a vibe. I also kind of feel like they're making excuses to talk to you. I don't know if they've like, oh, we needed to have a meeting about this, or can you chat, or whatever, but it definitely seems like they want to explore this energy with you more. Like there's a little vibe here, there's some playfulness. I want to see what else is going on. Wow, there is a love possibility. You know, as I tap into this energy, I'm not feeling anything heavy. Like sometimes when I tap into people's love energies, I will feel like, whoa, what is that? Or like something's off. But this feels so light. It feels so freeing. It feels effortless. I do feel like you guys are a really good match. I think it's shocking that we pulled the love card. I don't think they're like in love with you. I think it's too soon to know, but I do think this is saying there's a possibility. There is a possibility here something could develop, and you're being told yes, there is a connection here. You know, you recognized it obviously, but I think it goes past just a crush. I am getting the sense that they also feel the connection. This is a good sign too. This means that this person thinks you're beautiful, that they are physically attracted to you, like really attracted to you, and they feel a good energy coming from you. The parrots here symbolize once again that they want to talk to you more. They want to be around you more. You're going to notice they're probably making excuses, meetings and stuff to try to talk to you. Let's see if we can get anything else. This is actually really good news. I've been staying up late thinking about those nights we talk for hours. I want to find a way back into your heart. Now, this is a really specific message. I don't know if this deck is as good for like brand new connections. But I feel like I'm getting a vibe off of this where like someone's been staying up late. Like this means that like at night time is there, you know, when we go to bed at night, we kind of retreat into our inner world. We start getting ready to, you know, fall asleep and then go into the subconscious or the submental realm or astral project, wherever it is that we go, right? And so that's the time where we're finally alone with ourselves and our thoughts. And basically during that time and that space, this guy, he's thinking back on his day and you're definitely popping into his head. You know, that's very intimate, you know, for you to pop into his head during that time. I'm also seeing like they want to talk to you more. They want to find a way into your heart. So, yeah, they're intrigued. They definitely have vibes towards you. Let's see. Is there anything else you need to know about this? You're the most amazing person I've ever met. Okay, so that's a really bright, bold, shiny energy. That's like them. Okay, I'm gonna confirm this person hardcore has some feelings for you. So I guess I'm gonna ask now, like maybe where this is headed with you and this person. Where is this headed? Oh my gosh. Romantic feelings. So it does seem like this is moving forward to where you're going to develop more feelings for them potentially. I'm sure you already have. They're also going to return those feelings. I want to ask, like, are they going to make a move? Okay, 3 of Cups. I mean, that's a pretty... Oh, this just fell out. 9 of Cups. Okay, these are some pretty good cards. However, I'm looking at the 7 of Cups. This person is worried because obviously there's a social faux pas here over the fact that you guys both work together. And I don't know, I've dated people at work before. It happens. A lot of people meet each other at work, you know. It's one of the main ways when I'm doing readings with people, I find out people are meeting. So it's not like it's unheard of, but it could keep them from making a move towards you for like a little while, just because they're like, oh my God, I don't want to jeopardize my job. What if what if she doesn't take this the right way? Because it can go from harmless flirting to something else real fast. Like, I've had people make advances on me at work that I did not like, and I was like, that's inappropriate. So that's the awkward thing, is like, whereas if this wasn't happening outside of work, I'm sure by now this person would have already asked you on a date. But at this point, it's like, they don't want to cross that line. So I will say that, you know, be open to what happens here. I do think that they're going to step forward. I feel like you guys will be messaging more. Maybe they'll ask for your number for something. And I think from there it will move forward. But them just getting to that point to make that first move to kind of take things outside of work might take a little time. But this is the Three of Cups. This is a celebration card. This is really positive energy. We're also getting the Nine of Cups, which is like abundance. Like, you're being offered a lot from the universe right now. What I've because I know I've read for you before, what I've been noticing is that there have been a lot of people who've been really attracted to you, because you have really grown your energy and your vibration, your divine feminine. So it's never the problem of, is this person attracted to you? It's just like, are they available? Are they emotionally available? And I think that's what I want to ask. Is this person available, basically? Because someone can flirt with you and be playful and have a crush on you, but then just like not be emotionally available and like never do something about it. So I kind of want to ask, are they available? I don't know. I mean, this is the Shaman card, which is talking about healing. They're going through a lot of healing in their life right now. They're cutting cords. It does make me think that maybe recently they got out of a relationship. Yeah, they were like very codependent with somebody. But this says stay optimistic. This might be another reason why they're not coming forward right this second, but I don't know. I just have this feeling like something could happen here. They're definitely attracted to you. You're not making this up. There's playfulness here. I'd say that they're like just barely available, so you might need to give it a little bit of time, but it seems like things are going to move forward, feelings are going to develop, and, this is some really bright, shiny energy, so I guess we're going to have to stay tuned. I hope that this reading resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and we're going to move on. So who's next? All right, Julia is next. Hi, Julia. Okay, this is fun. So, Julia, you don't have any specific questions today. You're just open to what you need to hear right now. So, yeah, we can definitely do that. Let's see, what do you need to know for Julia? Okay. Getting some pretty good energies here. Okay. So the first thing that's coming in is really positive. It's something about like a financial blessing that's coming your way. This says gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. Now, I do feel like this has I do think that financially things are going to look good for you. You might get a gift or an opportunity, bonus, something like that. But actually what I'm seeing is this has something to do with the new career opportunity, because we're getting it next to balance and the star. And I do feel like you're at this point where it's time to start thinking more about your, I'm getting this message about like your athletic career or something like that. It's time to start thinking big. Because I feel like at this point, a lot of the work you've been doing has been maybe more like in school or like on a lower level. And your guides want you to start thinking like, can you take this ability that you have or this gift that you have and maybe level up with it. It's such a huge part of your identity. And I feel like you're not even in your prime yet. Like you still have years where you can use these skills, where you can really take this to the full limit. So, it's going to be hard because I do feel like you might want to go and do something with your life that's a little bit more predictable, or that's kind of like, I don't know, I guess predictable is the wrong word, but I do feel like there's a part of you that basically wants to settle and leave this behind once you're out of school or once you're out of this phase in your life. But your guides are like, hey, you actually have an opportunity here. So this means, there will have to be some big investment that's made. You're going to have to, I think the biggest thing is going to be to invest in a high level coach. I'm thinking like an Olympic coach or some type of master teacher. You might have to travel to a certain place, move to a certain place, and make that like your whole life, basically. And that means that your career outside of that might have to be put on hold for a little while. Like, this is kind of like going to be a big investment. So I don't know if you're going to have to talk to your parents, if you're going to have to get a loan, if you're going to have to save up, if you're going to have to work a job. Like, it just seems like that's what this is about. Your guides are like, don't worry, you're going to actually get all the money you need, all the support that you need to do this. And this is the King of Air. This is, this professional person. It might even be a male who's coming into your life to be this teacher who's going to take you to the next level. So I don't know how soon you're going to graduate, if you already have, or what the situation is, but I'm really getting these messages about you looking ahead to the future, not worrying about it right now, but just knowing you need to invest in like the high level, best of the best coach or teacher. That is 100% what I'm seeing. It's like, seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. I think they're saying mentally you want to maybe move on from this era of your life, go into some career industry, but then emotionally there's a part of you that's like, I don't want to leave this behind. I want to go to the next level with this. And so, you guys are saying you're meant to be the star. You're meant to shine. You're meant to go very, very high level with this gift or with this skill that you have. And, they're saying this is what's going to bring balance in your life. Because I feel like you have a lot of fears about what's going to happen in the next chapter of my life, or what's going to happen once I'm out of school, or whatever this is. It does seem like one chapter is going to come to close and another one will begin. And they're saying, don't leave this behind. Don't leave it behind. You need to really research and find out who are these coaches or these mentors that I can get in my life so that I can really take this to the next level. And it might be that people who are your teammates or your colleagues or your schoolmates, people around you, maybe some of them are like better than you or getting higher marks or faster or stronger or more talent. It might seem like that, but a lot of them are just going to kind of squander that and they're not going to move on with this. So don't look around to see what are they doing, or they just do your own thing, because you might feel like, who am I to be the one out of everybody that's deciding to really go even higher with this outside of school or outside of this situation. But really, your guides are telling you, like, forget about them and go out and take this to the next level. And you're going to be so happy with it. So kind of a random message, but that's what I'm getting for you today. Let's pull anything else you need to know. Any final messages for you? Okay, so they're telling you that realize right now that the planets are bringing up some regrets. You could be dealing right now with a little bit of guilt and shame, kind of thinking about the past a little bit. That's what Mercury retrograde does. Like, what the heck? It's so annoying. But I think your guys are, this is a separate message from here. I feel like this message is done. Right now at this time, I mentioned this earlier in the chat, but We've got Mercury retrograde, we've got Venus retrograde. So it could be right now, maybe you're going through things in your head and you're doing the whole coulda, woulda, shoulda thing. Like, I wish I had said this, I wish I had done this. Why did, maybe you're beating yourself up in your head. We do that sometimes. We all have an inner critic. And really, it's beautiful because that's just a side of our brain that's trying to protect us, that's trying to keep us safe. Something that really helps me when I'm having these types of thoughts is telling myself, you know what? I did the best that I could at the time with the situation I was in, with the knowledge that I had, with the perception that I had, I feel like now you're at this point in the future where you know better, you've learned more, you've had experiences, and you need to know that the past is not going to repeat itself. You're not going to do that thing again, or that situation will probably not repeat itself. And if for some reason karmically it repeats itself, you're going to do better. I always say on the channel, if you're finding yourself in the same place that you were before, what is it that you need to do differently this time around? So, there could be things that are coming up at this time during Mercury retrograde that are like repeating themselves, that are kind of rearing its ugly head. You thought you had dealt with that thing or that you were over that, but now here it is again. And you always, approach the situation with curiosity. You always have the ability to kind of shake things up or change the outcome based off of your perception, first of all, but second of all, the choices that you make. So your guides are just like, realize the planets have a lot to do with like how you're feeling right now, what's going on. You can't blame the planets for everything, but it kind of makes sense, right? So this is something that you're privately going through. And I do get this message that your guides are telling you, you're at this point in your life right now where you need to come up with some type of strategy for your routine. Because if you're not careful, you could get sucked down in your feelings way too much. And this is meant to happen. You need to be present with yourself. Don't abandon yourself in this process. But, it's almost like you just got out of a really dark time and now you're feeling more positive, but now you're feeling like you're going to go back down again. And your guides are telling you that your routine is going to help you through this. And so this might be you really pouring yourself into these studies or into these activities, these talents, these gifts you have, making sure that you're fulfilling yourself every day. They're telling you that the answer right now really is just to create. Keep going. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. I'm sending you so much love and light for your exciting journey ahead. And I will see you next time. Okay, you guys, we're going to move on to the next person here. Okay, so Indiana Guy 22, what's up? Yeah, okay. So Indiana Guy 2020 or Indiana Guy 22. You are going to leave your country really soon for a job opportunity and move abroad. And now you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? You're worried that you're going to regret it. Like it's just going to be too much. You're just wanting some reassurance or any messages from the cards that can tell you about this path. So yeah, let's pull some cards for you. It's really funny that we got the world because that card has a lot to do with travel, relocation, going out in the world. That's funny. Okay, here's the thing. I'm just going to be real. Anytime that you move somewhere, when you get there, yeah, it's going to be shocking. There will be a little bit of depression. It's going to take some time to get your bearings and you're going to feel like you regret it at first. Obviously the newness and the shock of the place, the exciting energy, you're going to get high on that at first. It's addicting. I travel the world. Maybe it's an addiction, so it will be very fun. But I feel like you're at this point in your life where you needed to take a risk like this. I feel like where you were living, it's a beautiful, wonderful place, but it would be so easy for you to just kind of disappear into this just kind of average life. And there was a side of you that wanted to change, that wanted a shock, that wanted a new experience, that wanted something different. And so you could just be feeling the aftermath of making a decision. I don't think this was an impulsive decision. You really followed this through all the way, and you took these opportunities and you followed your heart, but now you're just like, oh my God, what did I do? I don't know. I kind of get this vibe like, you needed to do something a little rebellious. You needed to do something different. You needed to shake things up. And yes, this is going to get you out of your comfort zone. These feelings that you're having right now of what did I do? This is going to be a mistake. Oh my God, I did something horrible. That's normal because your mind and your brain is programmed to keep you in the same place, to keep you with the status quo, to keep you with what's safe and what's familiar. And that's just normal that our brain, wants to protect us. So anytime you're going to make a big leap or you're going to do something crazy, like you're going to have to fight against that side of yourself. But I'll tell you, the more that you take risks, the more that you take those leaps of faith, you create new pathways in your brain. You create a mind for yourself that opens to unlimited opportunities, that can really be intoxicated on the adventure of life, that can draw in new experiences. A lot of times when you manifest, like, you sometimes visually need to go new places. You need to see new things. Because if you always surround yourself with the same things, the same people, the same places, then it's going to be really hard to level up in life or have new experiences or draw new opportunities in. So you're really going to open yourself up to so much by taking this leap of faith. So we see the Seven of Swords here. You've got all the experience that you can out of the situation and the place you've lived, but it's so small. I feel like you have been a big fish in a small pond, and you need to go somewhere where you're a little fish again, where you're maybe feeling small, insignificant, where you have to kind of start over. I think that's going to be great for you. It's going to be challenging. You're going to wake up every day feeling like, challenged and alive and high on life. Here's the world. It's definitely being recommended, and it's in alignment that you travel, that you get out and see the world. I also feel like this place that you're going, I'm not sure where it is. I don't know if it's like the UK or it's like a little further south from where you live, but I do feel like it's going to be more connected to where you can actually do a lot more traveling. It could be that it's connected or near a major airport, so it's easier for you to hop on a plane and go see a new place, or maybe the public transportation and the trains are just really great, so you're able to go around. Because I feel like the world is talking about this move you're going to have, but I also think that I see a lot of travel in your future. This is the Justice card. It's really nice to see. We got the owl card, which is death, or the owl symbol, which symbolizes death. I find that really fascinating to see that on the Justice card in this deck, because it is talking about how inevitably there is this side of you, there is this time in your life, there are these things that have to be released. And I don't know, I kind of feel like there's a woman or a person that you're going to be going far away from, that you had your heart set out on, or someone that you had deep feelings for, and now you're like going further away, and it's just the reality of like, I don't know if this is going to happen, or you're basically just letting all of that go, and you're going to open yourself up to new people, new places. The Emperor is a really good card. This is somebody who is like working really hard, somebody who's like leveling up, someone who has their shit together. Like, you're just going to feel like a man in this new place. You're really going to feel like You're no longer the boy. You've made that leap into being the man, and it's going to feel nice. I don't know, like, it kind of feels like you got a little bit of money with this job. It's definitely a step up, a level up, and it's providing an opportunity for you to really enjoy your life. Your life isn't just all going to be about work. Here's the King of Cups. This is you. You actually have a very artistic side. You're someone who's sensitive, but you're also really strong. You might not realize that you come across to a lot of people as actually very self-assured and confident and interesting and unique, and you're gonna be able to kind of reinvent yourself in this new place. Like, whoever everybody around you in your hometown or where you lived thought that you were and saw you as, that person isn't 100% going to be carried forward. You're going to reinvent yourself a little bit. And the King of Cups is also like kind of the cups has a lot to do with like love sometimes. So I'm actually getting that you're going to this specific place because there actually is someone you're going to meet. I saw it right away when I was tapping in this energy. True love. Definitely there's a specific person you have a soul contract with that you're meant to meet. So I do see love for you. I feel like you needed to detach from the place where you were living and also that person that's been on your heart so you can open yourself up to a new possibility. Within a year, you will meet this person. So within a year, you will be in this relationship. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Look, King of Cups and Queen of Cups, a perfect match. Definitely a love match in your future. You're not going to be alone. You're going to reinvent yourself. You need to reinvent yourself, you know? And look, here's fulfillment. That's such a sweet card to see. You're going to feel very fulfilled in this new place. The first 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, the first month will be really exciting. So it's not like you're going to get there and feel like you instantly made a mistake. You're going to feel like high on life and exploring the new place, and everything's going to be going really fast. I feel like by July, you're going to have some new friends. So give it a couple months. So take some time to make friends. You're going to be putting yourself out of your comfort zone for sure. May might be difficult. Things have settled down a little bit, or maybe this is more like 5 months into living there. That might be where you kind of hit a wall and you're like, okay, I need to proactively go out, meet people, make friends. You know, you are going to you can't just wait around for people to come. I do feel like you'll make friends at work. But that's going to be the hardest challenge, is actually having to go out. Because I feel like you're a lone ranger and you'd be really happy just by yourself. But your guides want you to put yourself out there and make friends. It won't be hard. You're going to have so many people flocking to you. So yeah, this is a big opportunity for you. You didn't make a mistake. I think that, you know, they're just a little jittery. And that's okay. You know, it's a lot of feelings as you get ready to uproot. And every time that I move somewhere new, I always cry. And like, it's so emotional for me, even though I'm really excited, but then I get into it. So, you know, you'd be surprised at how well you're gonna do and how our human will to survive and blend in and fit in, like, it just kind of takes over. You have natural instincts that are just gonna take over when you move. You don't have to worry about it. And there's true love waiting for you there. So, yay, I'm so excited for you in your move. All right, you guys, I'm going to take my first break. My phone has like 10% left. We're going to get started with part 2 in about 7 or 8 minutes. So make sure that you click on to part 2 of this session. I still have spots available if any of you guys are just kind of hanging out, wondering what's going on here. I'm doing live mini readings for $15. There's a link you can click on in the chat that will help you to sign up. And I have just a couple more spots left, so make sure that you click on that link and you snag up a spot before someone else does. And I will see you guys in a couple of minutes. Don't forget to click on to part 2. See you soon.